True repentance is more than saying sorry. It is a change of mind that leads to a change in action. What we believe in our hearts will always show in how we live our lives. Michael sat alone in a quiet church praying for forgiveness. 1 John 1:9 lets us know that God is faithful to forgive when we confess sins, but true forgiveness requires a sincere heart, not empty words. Real confession is more than religious lip service. It comes from a genuine heart of repentance. For a moment, Michael felt relieved. He believed that because he confessed his sin, everything was now okay. But deep down, nothing in his life ever truly changed, because his heart hadn't changed. The next day at work, Michael sat at his desk staring at his computer screen. He knew the report he was submitting was dishonest, but he sent it anyway, choosing comfort over obedience once again. Michael kept confessing the same harmful sin, yet returning to it time and time again. 1 John 3:9-10 teaches that those born into God's family do not make a practice of sinning. A righteous life and love for others reveal who truly belongs to God. One evening during a Bible study, Michael heard a verse that stopped him in his tracks. The words were simple, yet powerful. Bear fruits worthy of repentance, which is in Luke 3:8. For the first time, Michael realized repentance was not just about words. It was about transformation. If repentance was real, it would show in his actions and in his character. Later that night, Michael opened his Bible and read about Zacchaeus in Luke chapter 19. When Zacchaeus met Jesus, he didn't just feel sorry. He chose to make things right by restoring what he had taken. Michael sat quietly and reflected. Zacchaeus had acted on his repentance without being forced. That was the difference between true repentance and false repentance. The next morning, Michael stood in front of the mirror and made a decision. No more excuses, no more returning to the same sin. He chose to turn away completely. That day, Michael confessed his wrongdoing at work. He accepted responsibility, apologized to those he had harmed, and accepted the consequences of his actions. As time passed, Michael's life began to change. He walked in honesty, served others, and lived with integrity. His repentance was now producing visible fruit. Hebrews 12:1 reminds us to lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily entangles us. True repentance means letting go of what leads us away from God. The warning is clear. Luke 3:9 says, "And even now the axe is laid to the root of the trees. Therefore every tree which does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. The one who truly repents will live, grow, and flourish." Today, make up your mind. Don't just confess the sin, leave it behind. Choose repentance that changes your life.